Hi everyone. Um, my name is Jen, and well, Jennifer, but Jen, and I'm here to tell my story. I am 39 years old, and well, I'm about to be in like 2 weeks on the 29th. And yesterday, I was diagnosed with stage 2 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. And I'm doing this documentary so that I can see what my progress is, how I am now in the beginning, waking up day one as a newly found cancer patient, all the way up until I want to see how I grow, what I learn, what effects this has on me physically, and I figure the best way to do that is to document it all. And I thought hopefully um, maybe people will give me some tips or tricks to help deal with things or get past certain pains or anything that could be helpful. And maybe somebody else watching might find some help in it too. Um, I'm shocked, to say the least. My family was very surprised at that, of course. I never expected to get cancer, but that's kind of cliche. Nobody ever does. Nobody wakes up like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to get cancer one day. Like, no, it doesn't happen for anyone. So anytime it's a shock, of course. But what I do know is I'm ready to fight. That's what I know. I know that it's going to be hard. I know that there will, I don't know, there might be moments where I want to give up. I mean, who knows? But what I know is right now I'm focused on surviving. And anything that could help do that is worth it. This documentary will help me see how far I'm coming, um, what's changed and what hasn't, what works and what doesn't. And like I said, hopefully I'll get some great tips from you guys on how to get past some of the harder moments. Um, so to start, as of today, full day one, I, I haven't started chemotherapy yet, so I've still got all my hair. It's pretty decent length. And I haven't been sleeping much, so I am a little puffy. I don't usually do makeup, so you'll just get me bald-faced all the time. um, I'm, you know, I've always been such a positive person. I got my boxing gloves on, and I'm ready to fight this thing as hard as I have to, and just keep opening my eyes every day, and keep looking for the sunrise and the moonshine, and just keep living through this one tiny little baby step at a time, one moment at a time, even though it seems like things are moving so fast. Like, as soon as they gave me the diagnosis yesterday, it's like, all right, well, now we need blood work. It's like, okay. And they ran down a list of tests that they have to do. So the first one is this Saturday. It's a cardiosonogram. And then the next one they have scheduled is for the 20th. It's a bone marrow biopsy. But I know that there's at least 3 other appointments between Saturday and Friday the 20th that'll have to be done. So it just, like, I had this moment this morning where I was kind of freaking out, like, wow, like, I mean, literally they woke me up with a phone call about the bone marrow biopsy. And it was like, damn, already? Like, you guys are not wasting any time. I mean, which is great, because this is an aggressive cancer. And unfortunately, mine is quite aggressive. I mean, but so can I be. So I hope that my stubbornness, because my mom always says I'm very stubborn. So I'm hoping that my stubbornness will push me through this. I know that my stubbornness is a great asset and can be a great flaw too, but I think this time it'll be an asset to just want to keep fighting and not give up on that, no matter how bad it gets. How I feel, overwhelmed, still processing, wondering why this thing is inside of me, and looking down at myself and just seeing just regular me, just plain old me, like everyday me. And it's just like, yeah, but there's this weird thing growing inside me. Lymphoma is a cancer that starts in the lymphatic system. It's when your body overproduces white blood cells. I don't know what my white blood cells have been trying to fight because I don't get sick, but apparently they've been in there acting up, having parties. I don't know what my white blood cells are in there doing, but apparently they've been doing so much that they caused lymphoma. So, I mean, you want a finger to point. You want somebody to blame or somebody to be angry at. And I mean, there's just no point. Why? It's not going to change the situation. You just got to breathe. And so that's what I've been doing, is just breathing and taking it one moment at a time. And, I'm human. I've cried. Since I found out, I've cried a few times because this is a big thing. It's life-changing, and I know that the next 6 months especially are going to be really hard because I have at least 6 cycles of chemo that I have to do. And so I'm hoping you guys will be with me through the journey. Feel free to like and subscribe. And just please feel free to share any tips, prayers, antidotes, anything that might help me sleep better, because sleeping is really hard. The mass is, of course, on my favorite side to sleep, which is my right side. I usually like to just turn on to my right side and like I'm out, like knocked. But now it's like, okay, well, you can sleep every other way but on your right side. And I've been wondering why for so long. I've been having so much trouble sleeping and getting comfortable in my regular positions, and why I've been overly tired and sweating. I've just been hot for no reason. Like, literally, I went to go pick up my meds this morning, and I'm outside with my jacket open. It's like 50 degrees outside, and I'm sweating, like, so hard. And the doctor was saying yesterday that that's not unusual. So, I mean, there's that. Guess I gotta get me some sweat-proof clothes or start stuffing my underarms with tissue or something. But it's literally everywhere. Like, I sweated out my hair already. Like, it's literally everywhere. It's sweating just all the time for no reason. And my hubby is like, it's freezing in here, and I'm like, I'm hot. he's like, I hate being cold. I'm like, I know, but I'm really hot. So, but he's been amazingly supportive. He's been with me every minute of this from the time I was checked into the hospital. Yesterday he was with me for the diagnosis, of course, and he'll be with me at my appointments, along with my daughters and my son, and hopefully my grandbabies. I've got a tiny family, but they're a great network of support, and I've really got some amazing friends. But I'm really hoping that you guys will, be a part of my journey, and just, like I said, any advice, tips, anything that you can share with me would help. My yaya always said, knowledge is free, and you should share it with anyone you can. So I'm hoping that you guys will feel free to share some knowledge with me. It's such a big thing, and but I look in the mirror, and I'm still looking at just me. Like, I don't see myself differently. I just know that I have a battle ahead of me. And my yaya, that's grandmother, by the way, in Greek. My yaya used to say, hope for the best and prepare for the worst, so that if the worst happens, you won't be caught off guard. And when I was in the hospital and they started tossing around lymphoma, I started to prepare myself for this moment. And now I've got like these bunch of papers here with my diagnosis, and but I was prepared, and I didn't want the doctors to sugarcoat anything for me. I don't want anyone to sugarcoat anything for me. I want the truth. I want realism. You know, if it's going to be hard, tell me that. And I mean, I know it will be, but I'm willing to fight. You know, I've survived a lot in my life. I was a young mother. I went through abuse from my dad. I went through molestation, and I went through rape, and I hustled, and I've done a lot in my life just to survive, and I know that I can survive this too if I just stay positive and stay focused. And I'm hoping this documentary will help to remind me anytime I'm feeling down, um, that I can do this, and I know that I can do this. I want to be able to look back at these videos and see how far I've come. And I mean, even my ugliest moments, I'm going to do a new video every day just to document the entire process. No sugarcoats. You know, lots of people get cancer, and lots of people know, oh, they go through chemo and they go through this, they go through that, and there's lots of cancer survivors, but a lot of people don't share what it really is daily to go through this. Today I'm feeling hopeful and focused on doing anything I have to do to recover, to beat this, to survive cancer. And I hope that 6 months from now I'll be in recession. I'm praying. But I'm going to give it to you guys real. Every day, I promise. I'm not going to hide a thing. Again, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're going through it with me, then share your experiences with me too. And if you're about to go through it, hopefully you'll find some great information or comfort, or even just a giggle or two, whatever. However this might help to get you through the hard times, the way I'm hoping it'll get me through the hard times. I want to just be able to share this experience together. And so, day one continues. I'm going to try to eat now, because eating sometimes feels like trying to fill an already full Tetris board. You know how, like, when you're trying to get that last line and it's just, no? Well, that's kind of how it feels. But I am going to try to eat now. And I already took my meds this morning. So tomorrow I'll check back in and let you guys know how I'm doing, if there's any new appointments coming up or whatever the day holds. And until then, like I said, feel free to like and subscribe, and please feel free to share any tips, any tricks, anything that might be beneficial for this journey. Whether you have gone through it or are going through it, or you just found out that you're going through it like me. Hopefully we can share our journeys and be stronger for it on the other end. Until tomorrow, stay positive. One tiny baby step, one moment at a time. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be scared, because the most courageous people are usually the ones that are most afraid. So I know I can do this, and I know you can too. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.